Hello and welcome to another episode of Workshop Wednesday. In this episode we're going to be talking about our Colchester Master lathe, and we're going to be doing a small job using it. Now, before we get onto the lathe, you might hear some background noise, like that. That's our space heater going, because it's getting cold here in England, so please try to ignore that. Now onto the lathe. As I said previously, it's a Colchester Master lathe that was made here in ye olde England in the 1950s. Now we've had this lathe for quite a few years, and we've used it a decent amount. We have a number of 3 and 4 jaw chucks, we have a faceplate and some steadies, and we have a range of tooling for the tailstock, which takes more taper too. Now onto the controls of the lathe. These 3 levers here all control the gearbox speeds, and there's this table on here which shows the different RPMs for the different combinations. Then this is the on-off for the chuck, and then there's the table feed on-off. All of these controls here are for screw cutting, with another table to tell you all the information about that. Then for the table feed, on here you can see these 2 slots that this lever goes into. When it goes into the sliding position, that means that the table feed will move the carriage backwards and forwards. Or when it's in the surfacing position, like so, that means that this bit will go in and out. Or if you want to do it by hand, as you can see, the sliding control would be, or the coarse sliding control would be this wheel here. The final one would be this one. And then the surfacing control is this one. And this is the brake for it as well. And on the lathe, at the moment, the coolant pump isn't actually connected up. Now today's small job with the lathe is we're going to be making up some spacers. So we've got this bar in the truck already, and the first thing we're going to do is surface the end of it. So let's have a go at that. Now, as you saw there, we started it off with a little centre drill, and we're going to go all the way up to an 8.5mm drill now. So I'm just going to put some cutting fluid on the end of it here. And I'll put that over there somewhere, and we'll give it a go. the next job is to take it down to size. Now the proper way to do this is by using a parting tool. We're going to cheat. We are going to take it out of the lathe chuck and we're going to cut this roughly on the bandsaw. And then we're going to come back here, put it back in the chuck and take a bit more off to get it to the correct length. Now fast forward a bit, we've completed all that we wanted to do, which was to make 3 6mm spacers. Now when it came to take them down a bit in the lathe to the final width, or thickness I should say, we didn't video it because of how close the cutter was to the chuck, because of course of how thin these spacers needed to be. And we've measured them all with the digital calipers. As you can see, the last readings still on there. All of them pretty much exactly 6mm thick. Now it's probably easier ways of making these spacers, but it was a nice little project to do with the lathe and it did it well. I hope you enjoyed the walk around of our Colchester Master lathe and our small spacer project that we did with it. And we managed to get a decent amount of experience using it, and hopefully we'll get to use it more in the future. Now, after reviewing previous footage, we noticed that our information that we gave you about this lever was wrong. It isn't just an on-off for the carriage movement. It is whichever side you put it on, that's forward or reverse. Which the funny thing is, we always get confused about this lever and where the neutral position is or what it does. So we might have to put some removable labels on there next time we use it. But now it is the end of this video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next episode of Workshop Wednesday. Bye!